Good morning, everybody. This is Mike. I'm back. This is my channel, The Rabbit Hole with Mike Perillo. Let's discuss Week 6 in the NFL, shall we? Well, if you're familiar with my channel, and if not, for the newcomers, if you're new, um, I am following certain teams this year, and I'll give a brief rundown on who and why. Let's see, I'm following the Philadelphia Eagles because they're my home team. And it's kind of ironic I'm wearing my new Pittsburgh Steelers hoodie. Um, I'm following the Jaguars because they're my daughter's school mascot. Same logo, the same everything. So I'm starting to follow them a little closer than I was. Plus Trevor Lawrence, I liked him coming out of college. The Jets, I was following the Jets when they got Aaron Rodgers, but then once Aaron Rodgers went down, it was like, okay, I'll see. But speaking of that, we'll go right to that Week 6 matchup. The Jets versus my Eagles. Honestly, going into that game when the Jets had Aaron Rodgers, I thought, you know what? I'll chop that up as a loss. But then once Rodgers went down, I thought maybe that's a win. Eagles, my Eagles, 5-0 going in. I thought, great, great, great. But watching that game last night, uh, my team played like they didn't. They after a while they played like crap. Now you can't blame that on injuries. It's always the next man up. I don't want to hear injuries. Oh, the field or this, that, whatever. Okay. Uh, the Eagles had a chance to win, didn't take it. And then, of course, the Jets won by a miracle field goal. That was the first time that the Jets won against the Eagles since 1973. And they played each other 12 times in their history. So it was kind of a day of disappointments. But look, I have the Eagles losing at least 5 games this year, and that was one of them when they had Rodgers. But once they had, when Rodgers went down, I thought, whatever. My original thought about their losses was going to be Kansas City, split with Dallas, Arizona, and let's see, split with Dallas, San Francisco, Miami, and there was one other one I forget. I gotta look at the schedule again. But anyway, but I'm gonna. The bottom line is I have them at a record of let's see. I have them going at this point now. I have the Eagles going 12-5. That might be a playoff berth and a division. I'm not sure, but my Eagles just came out flat. Anyway, then I'm following the Lions more carefully. And then the Bears. The only reason I'm following the Bears is because my daughter liked the mascot in the video game, so I kind of figured why not. And then I threw Miami in there when the Jets went down. So that's cool. But let's get to the week 6 results. Let's see. Um Wrong paper. Sorry. Uh and I'm only gonna talk about games that I watched. Of course, I was stuck with, in the 1 o'clock window, I was stuck with Washington and the Falcons. And then I think the other game, oh yeah, the Niners and Cleveland. Um, let's talk about that Niners Cleveland game. Uh, Again, undefeated team. They overlooked them. And honestly, the penalty at the end of the game or not, the Niners did have a chance to win. And I don't want to, just like the Eagles, everybody has injuries. I don't want to hear, well, they didn't have Debo Samuel or Samuel. They didn't have Metcalf. They didn't have this person. They didn't have that person. It's always the next man up. Okay? And then, of course, by luck, the Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers lost exactly the same way. Field goal chance, wide to the right. Wide to the right. So, you know, cool. That's that, right? But let's go to my week picks this week. I went at Philadelphia. The Jets won 20-14. The Jets defense came out strong. And my Eagles offense came out like crap. Bad decision making. I wanted the Dolphins winning against Panthers. The Dolphins won 42-21. Pardon the interruption, but I think there's some rescue truck, emergency trucks passing. But anyway, we'll get through that part. And then, of course, the Dolphins won 42-21. Then I wanted the Jacksonville. Sorry about the interruption. Then I wanted Jacksonville over the Colts. Jacksonville won 37-20. I wanted the Bears over the Vikings, division game. Of course, the Vikings won 19-13. I wanted the Lions over the Buccaneers. The Lions won 20-6. And I wanted Denver over Kansas City, division game. That rivalry goes back, before my time. Kansas City won 19-8. That game, the Broncos, come on, bro. And then this game, again, the San Francisco Browns game, I didn't pick this game originally, and I was back and forth like, okay, I'll put it on my list since I'm watching it. And then I thought, I want San Francisco. And then I'm like, but the Browns look good. And then I'm like, no, San Francisco. And then I'm like, Browns. So overall, I went with the Browns because again, just like Kansas City, I don't always pick chalk. I don't pick San Francisco because they're undefeated or the Eagles because they're undefeated. I only, it's like, okay, I picked the Eagles because they're my home team. And then we just discussed the Browns game. Um, so my overall record was 4, 1, 2, 3. So far, yesterday I went 4-3. Not as good as 7-1 last week. But I also picked the Chargers over Dallas tonight, so the best my record could be is 4-4. And that is my opinion on yesterday's games. I know that wasn't much, but I don't watch games. I don't watch games for writing down every little stat. I can't analyze every little game, and I know my channel has lacked its oomph, that it factor lately, but I've been going through a lot of personal problems lately, and this the way I've been using my channel lately is to help my anxiety. So, with that in mind, or other than that, that are my 6 weeks results. So, hit like, subscribe, and if you like it, great. And if you're just stopping by and you don't like it, tell me the truth. And if you're just browsing through YouTube and you come upon my videos, click on them, see what they're like. I'll be honest, my past videos are a lot more detailed and more like that kind of like into it in factor. Um, but in the last 9 months, I've been going through a lot of physical and mental issues. So I there are days where I just feel like I want to continue my channel and boost it up, but there are some days where I don't. And but I'm in it for the long haul and I'm trying my best. So uh please show me some support, hit like, subscribe, or even hit the like button or view it, and that'll be fine too. But thanks for the support regardless of what you guys do, and I will see you in week 7. Um, I'll probably do my picks uh, Thursday or Friday for week 7, and then I'll have a couple of college picks because it's a big week for college football. You got Ohio State versus Penn State, and that game is going to be like the Steelers and the Steelers and Ravens, even Raiders, Kansas City, Denver and Kansas City. That kind of big rivalry. Eagles versus Dallas, Washington versus the Giants. That kind of thing. It's gonna feel like it's mid-90s San Francisco and Cowboys, you know what I'm saying? It's going to have those vibes, so I'll keep you posted on that. So I will see you in the next one. Thanks a lot, and thanks again.